Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, host Ram once again as promised back with two reports here. One is in the IPL 2012 which I'm going to start off with where Chennai superkings reigned supreme over Royal Challenge, I think it was Deccan Chargers, but also we have one more match, that is the rain hit first day's play between West Indies and Australia, and the first test at Bridgetown in Barbados. West Indies did well, I thought, on the first day, finishing at 179 for 3 at close after rain stop play. Well, so first I'm going to take you down to the IPL 2012, where Chennai Super Kings won this match in a very handsome way by winning by 74 runs. Chennai Super Kings score that they put on the board was 193 for 6. They lost Murli Vijay very early, clean bowl by Ankit Sharma for 2. Faf du Plessis pasted sixes of the bowling of Manpreet Singh Dhoni and Sudhindra, and he gave the real initial impetus to the innings. Suresh Raina came in, looked good, but was out for 16 of 12 balls with 3 fours. But Faf du Plessis, after crashing 39 of 25 deliveries, 1 4 and 4 sixes, departed. That was the time it was 63 for 3. But what Chennai Super Kings did well was Subramaniam Badrinath. Once the 3 wickets, even though they lost the wickets, they went on going for the runs, and that's what really enabled them. Subramaniam Badrinath came in and contributed a quick 25 of 20 balls with 3 fours, but later on Mahendra Singh Dhoni failed to the bat, out for 7. But it was Ravindra Jadeja who came in and hit some very good sixes. In fact, he pasted the spinners over the ropes, and he was hit with tremendous force, and he contributed a very quick silver 48 of just 29 deliveries, 3 fours and 3 sixes, and also he was the man of the match because at the end of the match he had taken 5 wickets, so 48 and 5 wickets in his bag. So he was out hit wicket to Dale Steyn for 48, but Dwayne Bravo came in and hit a blistering 43 of just 18 deliveries, absolutely no boundaries, 30 runs coming in only sixes, so 5 sixes coming, and those sixes were hit of Sudhindra, and it was another bowler, Manpreet Dhoni, who was not allowed to really, even Manpreet Dhoni was at a loss to where to bowl to Dwayne Bravo, because Bravo was going aerial every time, and the last 2 overs 40 runs, and Chennai Super Kings looted 72 runs of the last 5 overs, finished at a very commanding 193 for 6, which eventually proved to be a very good winning score. Ankit Sharma, looking at the bowling figures, Manpreet Dhoni's bowling 4 overs cost him 54 runs, and it was Taduri Sudhindra 4 overs no maiden 1 for 46. But let's look at the Deccan Chargers, how they replied. In fact, they didn't. There was no batsman who could really stay at the crease or actually farm the bowling. Nothing could be done, and they finished 119 all out, thanks to Ravindra Jadeja, who put up an all-round performance by picking up the wickets. Its bowling figures was 4 overs no maidens, 5 wickets for 16 runs, ably supported by the spinner Shadab Jakati, 2 overs no maiden, 2 for 14. Ravichandran Ashwin. Today, no, he bowled 3 overs, none for 12. But as far as Deccan Chargers were concerned, they had a big target on hand, and they kept on losing wickets in the quest for good runs. Harris was out for 15 of 14 balls, 3 fours. Shikhar Dhawan contributing 21 of 18 balls with 3 fours. Parthiv Patel made 20 of 17 balls with 3 fours. Cameron White, the captain, was the highest scorer with 23 of 16 balls with 2 fours and 1 thick, and Shipley made 10 of 9 balls. And at the end, Ankit Sharma contributed 15 of 8 balls with 2 sixes. Other than that, Daniel Christian was a failure, and Deccan Chargers never ever looked like actually winning this match, and they folded up of 119 due to a commanding score set up by the Chennai Super Kings. And bowling figures, as I said, 5 for 16, Ravindra Jadeja taking the cake there, and he in fact was the man of the match. So that is as far as the match summary is concerned about Chennai Super Kings winning by 74 runs against Deccan Chargers at Vizag. And now I'm going to take you down to the match here. That is West Indies versus Australia. The first day's play. Today was the first day of this first Test match, which was played at Bridgetown in Barbados. And for West Indies, well, there's no Dwayne Bravo, there's no Sunil Narine. As far as Australia are concerned, Matthew Wade made his debut today, and West Indies had a new look to the team, no doubt about that. They won the toss, elected to bat on a very, very sunlit morning. The openers Adrian Barrett and Craig Brathwaite came into bat. They finished at the end at close of play at 179 for 3. As far as today's day was concerned, Adrian Barrett and that was a very watchful start by West Indies. They decided to bide the time at the crease when Ryan Harris, Ben Hilfernos and Peter Siddle were operating. And Adrian Barrett was the first wicket to go. He was caught by Peter Siddle of the bowling of Ryan Harris for 22 with 2 boundaries. But Craig Brathwaite just dug himself in, and he's actually capable of that. He's just 19 years old. But what was good about him was he was playing absolute Test match cricket, orthodox cricket. He dug himself at the crease, negotiated the bowling of Ryan Harris, Ben Hilfernos and Peter Siddle very well. He had a very, very strong defense. At the other end was Kirk Edwards. As you know, Kirk Edwards, one would remember him scoring a century on debut against India, a big century. And today too, everyone talks about his stance because his left leg is actually spread out. And the commentators were telling that it's very difficult for him to actually, pierce the gap. There were no runs that he scored from the third man region. But down the wicket, he was very good. He was stroking the ball perfectly. One got to see some exquisite strokes from Kirk Edwards. He also has some good defense. And what was good to see, as I said, exquisite stroke making. He was carving the ball through the covers. One shot of Peter Siddle really stood out. He was leaning into the cover drive. And also, he was not afraid to use his feet. And when he used his feet, it was like twinkling feet. And the ball was used to travel at knots. It used to really travel at good speed. The way he used to hit the 1-6 that he hit of Nathan Lyon was good to see. And Kirk Edwards' contribution of 61. So after the early dismissal of Adrian Brathwaite, the score went on to 142. There was a 104-run, very, very useful partnership. As I said, they really dug themselves at the crease, and the score went on to 142. At that time, well, Michael Clarke was really out of ideas. Like he was just thinking like as to how to break this particular partnership. So he thought that he brought David Warner to bowl, and David Warner, he was hit for a 6 by Kirk Edwards, but David Warner had the last laugh there. What he did was, there was a beautiful stroke played by Kirk Edwards. It was hit, it was almost slapped past David Warner. It was travelling at miles. I would say it was like a real bullet, but David Warner held a wonderful catch of his own bowling. He sprawled, he was on the ground, but he had grabbed the ball. So Kirk Edwards was walking bowled by David Warner for 61 with 10 fours and 1 6, but it was a marvellous knock. And then Darren Bravo joined. Darren Bravo, he was out of form. It was very essential that he had to stay at the crease and take his time, and that was what he was doing. Craig Brathwaite, on the other hand, after Kirk Edwards left, he left with the score on 167 when Kirk Edwards, in fact it was Craig Brathwaite who actually feathered a ball from Peter Siddle onto the wicketkeeper Matthew Wade, who picked up his first catch on debut, his first international catch in Test matches there. And Matthew would be very glad he just feathered it, and Brathwaite was out for 57 with 4 fours. But that, as I said, he has strong defense, and he really made that count, and occupation of the crease was paramount. He did it to real T, I would say. And at the end of the day, when rain stopped play, Darren Bravo was batting on 20, Shivnarine Chandrapal was batting on 8. Stumps were drawn for the day on the first day, with West Indies finishing on a healthy, I would say, 179 for 3 at close of play. Now, bowling figures looking, and also let me tell you, there were lives for Kirk Edwards previously when Ponting dropped him. After that, Watson dropped him. But again, he took his luck, and he rode his luck and got to 61. Bowling figures, 15 4 29 1 for Ryan Harris, the other wicket taker. Peter Siddle bowled beautifully, 17 overs 8 minutes, 36 runs on 1 wicket. He got a lot of swing there. David Warner 5 was number 1 for 23, his first Test wicket there. And also it was Nathan Lyon who was bowling well, 12 overs 5 minutes, none for 35, 2 overs for 4 runs for Michael Clarke, and Shane Watson 6 overs 2 maidens, none for 18. Well, it looks like in the second day's play, West Indies have to really carry it forward. They have like they have Shunara and Chandrapal in the middle, and you know what a big war horse he is for West Indies over the years. And then we have Narsingh Deonarayan, Darren Sam. It's not much of batting to come. So this pair, Warner, Darren Bravo, and Shunara and Chandrapal, West Indies would depend on them to actually continue the innings on the morrow, and both are real players. Darren Bravo, as you know, is a class player. Shunan Chandrapal can stay at the crease, and if they can stay at the crease and push the score along to probably 300 odd, and then allow for other batsmen to chime in, so probably 400 on the cards for West Indies. But again, it's too early to talk. We have to wait and watch when play unfolds on the second day. That's it from me, your host Ram, for today. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.